Hello, it's me, Luis Guzman.
Welcome back to Did They Game It? Today I'm gonna do something a little different. Instead of playing and reviewing a game based on a movie, I'm just gonna talk about a movie based on a game. And it's out right now. This should come out while it's still out. It's Super Mario Galaxy. And mostly I'm gonna review this because from some of the things I've seen online, it's just a little ridiculous. After seeing it, I think it's like a great movie for children and adults. There's really nothing I don't know. I just really don't understand why people do things like this. And I'll admit it kind of got to me when I was reading the reviews because I thought, should I even go see this? Because it sounds like it's kind of crappy from what everybody's saying. But no, it's not. I don't know what their complaints are. It was a great movie for kids and adults. Like I said, the visuals are great in it. The story is fine. I don't know why people are saying like it's a weak storyline. It's a Super Mario movie. But I'm just gonna read some reviews, maybe add a rebuttal. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, let me start off with a review from this psychopath. Disappointment of the year. I am shocked. Why add scenes with slot machines to a family movie? It looks like hidden advertising of gambling for children. This is the disappointment of the year. The scriptwriters simply lost the plot, replacing it with bright visuals, and the scenes with gambling seem unacceptable for a children's audience. My God. It was in the movie for about a minute. The slot machine thing, that's been in Mario games before. That was in Mario 2, and I think that's why it was in the movie, because they brought back Wart, the villain from Super Mario 2, which I was actually kinda happy about because I think of Wart often, quite frequently. No, I had actually thought about Super Mario Brothers 2 the other day and thought, I wonder if maybe they should throw Wart in there to kinda mix it up instead of always just having Bowser. And then he showed up in this movie, voiced by Luis Guzman. I don't know if anybody's seen Community, but it always makes me think of the Luis Guzman statue. And Birdo was in it, and all the enemies from Super Mario Brothers too. So that's what this person, who I'm sure you would love to invite to your party, was talking about or complaining about. Ugh. Okay, here comes another dud. No story. If there was a story, I couldn't detect it. It was a confusing mess of people, animals, monsters, and places. There were lots of fun graphics and a few funny, not necessarily rational lines. The primary characters were well done, add the voices well delivered. I think you meant and fun to listen to. Good acting in that regard. So I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know if you knew this or not, but Super Mario Brothers can be irrational. Yeah, they did stuff that I wouldn't do in the real world. I mean, I definitely wouldn't try to hold fire in my hand and throw it at people or smash turtles. I don't make a habit of doing that, but thank God this person warned you that the lines weren't rational. Who are these people? Like, do they have real lives or do they just go to places to bitch? All right, well, this review has something too that I want to gripe about. Yeah, I'm gonna be like one of these people, and I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna review their reviews. It blow their mind. Okay, waste of time. This movie is absolutely abysmal. The movie tried too hard to be funny. Two has two O's in that instance. Even little kids in my theater weren't laughing. I saw this with a very Mario obsessed friend who caught all of the references, and he still hated it. This movie is complete colors and sounds, and the plot is messy and almost non existent. This is the definition of fan service. No shit. Really? Really? The movie based on a beloved video game is fan service? Wow. And unless you have been obsessed with Mario since day one, this is completely unfunny and unwatchable. Little to no explanation on how anything works in the universe. And and the And the whole of Bowser becoming good plot was thrown out the window in the last segment of the film. Don't waste your money on this. I well, I sorry, I didn't read the whole thing, so I was a little thrown about there was no explanation how the Super Mario universe works. Uh, how does any universe work, really? Do you know exactly how our universe works? What a weird fucking person. But no, like the fan service thing and what do they call it? Nostalgia baiting kind of annoys the hell out of me when people use that all the time because sometimes I'll hear people use that and it's like, okay, so the fan service was there were some examples of bringing back characters, like I said, from Super Mario Brothers 2. That's fan service, but that's also just a part of the Super Mario Brothers universe, which I wouldn't expect this person to understand because apparently they have a hard time wrapping their head around a universe in general. But it's the fact that just putting in references and characters from the IP you're using makes a whole lot of sense. Like they had a reference that I laughed at, which I guess, the children don't have the same sense of humor, was Rob the Robot. Was they had a scene with him and it was a joke that popped up a couple times. And it was a funny joke. Yeah, I guess it was Nintendo nostalgia baiting or doing fan service by having Rob the Robot in it. But it worked. It was a small throwaway gag. And it's something that I don't understand why people get upset about because they're fine with Star Wars and stuff when they keep throwing in new characters that you're clearly just using to sell merchandise. Like Rob the Robot has been obsolete for years. Like most people don't even know what Rob the Robot is. I mean, if you're a gamer, you know. And it's just one of those things that Nintendo's not trying to sell you a Rob the Robot. I don't think they're bringing it back. So it's just in there for a gag. And I thought it was a funny joke. And this person just does not understand the Mario universe, apparently. What do you mean how it works? I just don't like. So, do you play the game and be like, that's unrealistic? Did you want to see the blood from the turtles when he stomped them? Like, did you want to see what really happens to a turtle? This person just, yeah, I guess they had like, the dry bones in it too. Well, that doesn't work. Their organs wouldn't be working. How do they move? I don't know, dude. I don't have a doctorate in Super Mario, I guess. Okay, so this is I guess off topic from the movie, but I do like to bring this up because I've noticed it before when I read these reviews that sometimes the accounts will only bomb certain movies. Like one of these accounts had 1-star ratings for like every movie that has just been released except for one. So I'm always wondering like were they hired by somebody to just try to, review bomb this? So the gambling one that I read earlier, I kept scrolling down the 1-star reviews and there is another one that has basically just been copy and pasted, but it's a whole different account. So there's two accounts with the exact same review about gambling word for word. So yeah, when I look at this too, it's like that's the only review they all have. And that's another thing about these Mario reviews. If you go through the ones, you'll notice a lot of these people just have one review and it's just bombing Super Mario. And I've noticed that with other movies before in the past that, yeah, they only have the one review or their new accounts. And so, yeah, apparently somebody has just been copy and pasting some of these. So I'm kind of trying to look to see if there's another one about the gambling thing. But yeah, just so you guys know, that's kind of what looks like it's going on. That people are just copying and pasting IMDb reviews and just trying to kind of bomb this, which makes sense. I don't know why the critics don't like it, what their problem is. But anyway, I know another thing that I heard people complaining about was going to be the voice actors. And I don't know. I'm not I'm not a huge Brie Larson fan or anything, but I'm wondering if it's getting a lot of hate just because of her, which I really don't care about what she said or people's opinion of her or whatever. She did a fine job voice acting. I know another one people were worried about was Donald Glover as Yoshi. and I think he did a fine job. If I didn't know it was Donald Glover, it just sounds like somebody doing voice acting as Yoshi. It sounded good. I kind of wish that I didn't know it was Donald Glover because for a little bit, every time Yoshi would speak, I would just picture Donald Glover doing the Yoshi voice. But after a little bit, I got over that. But yeah, all the references and stuff, it wasn't too over the top. I don't know what people are crying about with that. Honestly, when I read these reviews, I really just shouldn't because these people are miserable and they just like really annoy me because I guess I've never spoken with a person like this that's this miserable that goes out of their way to try to badmouth children movies. And now I'm wondering when I've seen the comments on Instagram if it's like, are those all just bots too? That are just copy and pasting to complain about this movie? I guess I take it more to heart because I really love Super Mario Brothers. I think my only problem is how they always just never give Luigi his dues, but they kind of did in this movie. So I got kind of happy. They actually had Luigi step up in this one. So that was really cool because in the first movie, he didn't do anything but like be scared and run the whole time or caged up until the very end. Another complaint I kept reading about too was that it was all based on Princess Peach and there was Mario Brothers are barely in the movie. And that's just not true at all because the first movie had a lot of Peach as well. And that's kind of the same with the second one. She had her own story. They basically just separated. It was kind of like a sort of an Empire Strikes Back deal where it's like Mario and Luigi went one way, Peach and Toad went the other, and then they come back together at the end. Yeah, so her story didn't take over the whole movie. It all worked. It was cohesive, I think. I just got to stop reading these reviews, but it's just if I keep doing this podcast, I'm going to start getting reviews and I'm not probably not going to read them because I'm not going to deal with people like that. Or I'll just have somebody go through them and read them to me because yeah, I just uh, I just don't get this is what you do. So, I thought it was a really good movie. It was fun for children and adults alike. Definitely not a waste of money. Sometimes I come out of movies and I wish I would have just waited. I was really glad I saw it. I think it looked really great. It looked beautiful, honestly. They put time into it. This is one where it's like, I understand where your budget went. Because sometimes I watch movies now and they'll have like, the 200 and something $1 million budget. And you look at it and you just wonder, where did that money go? You're embezzling it, right? It went somewhere else. But that's not the case with this one. It looks really great. They spent the money on it. I mean, the fan service was I like the fan service. I didn't think it overtook the movie or anything like that. Uh, the references Star Fox is in it. I guess people are upset about Star Fox too, which I don't understand because that was also voiced well. Star Fox, it's like we don't know a lot about him outside the game. So you can kind of really work with that character, I think, and make him how you want to make him. So I don't know. I'm not a huge Star Fox fan. Maybe some people have a different opinion on that. Maybe they're upset by it. Well, shit. Apparently they were upset. Apparently a lot of people were upset for some reason, or they're just all bots. I'll have to talk to more people who've actually seen the movie. Okay, let me read this review by this guy. I just see a lot of emojis in the review. I haven't read it yet, but it looks like it'll be good. All right, so it starts off God Almighty! Just got out a Dolby Cinema screening of Super Mario Brothers Galaxy. I like that he put in Dolby Cinema screening. It's by a centimeter marginally better than that atrocious Super Mario Brothers 1 2023 because of the galaxy aspect and the superstar sky invasion scene to Peach's castle. Question mark emoji? Is this film for people with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder? I've never been diagnosed, but I enjoyed it. Ear emoji, cloud emoji, what do you call that? Cross out emoji? Like, the red thing they have over the ghost and the Ghostbuster logo. It's just a completely forgettable film. It will go in one ear and out the other, literally actively erasing from your brain when you step through the exit to the exit to exit the cinema doors. Well, I just didn't read that right. Maybe I do have a problem. If you're an adult who likes fully engaging animated films, this isn't it. So is this some like anime person or what is this? Here are the positives. I don't know what that emoji is. Flower. Oh, bouquet. Sorry. And then a crystal ball. The animation style is gorgeous. There's so many gorgeous shots here. And then the little time emoji. The first 45 minutes were interesting. Okay. Then there's a star emoji. Fox McCloud pops up and was cool to see, and his set piece against the spaceship was great to watch. And then different star emoji, shooting star emoji, castle emoji. The superstar sky invasion scene to Peach's castle was breathtaking. Negatives. And then there's a guy with a hand on his face emoji. Shortly after we leave the casino, I knew this was going to be bad. Can we stay here at this location for a little while and continue to develop the story and characters? Can we breathe for a second? Nope. Then guy throwing away trash in a garbage can emoji. This film soon devolves into a bunch of almost unrelated scenes barely linked together with explosions. No idea what that emoji is, and another cross out thing. The story is a completely unsatisfying mess. Cross out emoji again. And don't even get me started on that abrupt as hell ending. Wait, that's it? That's the ending? Can we get some more time? Summary. There's two post-credit scenes. Okay. And then there's a little baby chick emoji. If you are 2 to 8 years old, you'll probably enjoy this film. I'm in my 30s. That's no excuse, though. There's tons of fully engaging animated films that adults and kids alike can enjoy. And so, overall, when I left the cinema, I was wondering, did I just watch something? Oh, where do you think that guy shops? Like, what do you think he eats? That's like, I always wonder that. So you think like after this movie he went and ate and just stewed about it, or do you think he like complained wherever he ate? I don't know. Oh, I wanna party with this dude. That one was I don't know. Maybe that one or the casino one was my favorite 1-star review on IMDb. Oh, Mario Movie Corporate Edition. Here's another one. Yeah. So I guess that's another thing too that people gripe about. Nintendo shouldn't try to make any money off of this film because I saw people crying about the Galaxy re-release on the Switch where it has Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 that it was tied in with the film. And it's like, of course. Why wouldn't you re-release it and try to make some money? You don't have to buy it. See, I really wanted to buy it, but I'm not paying $70 for two games from the Wii. I think I own the first one on the Wii. I was gonna buy the second one. It's like, but at this point for the $70, I might as well just go on eBay, buy a Wii, and buy those two games. But I mean, if you want to buy it, cool. If not, that's also cool. Nintendo's not forcing you to buy one with a ticket. But yeah, this person, okay, here we go. Mario Movie Corporate Edition. At this point, I'm confused that Illumination Entertainment is using AI to create movies, or simply the sole purpose of corporate nostalgia bait. God, that is a buzzword now, huh? Or a buzz phrase, nostalgia bait. That's all I keep reading. Yeah, dude, just from it's stuff from your childhood. This is like the first Mario movie since the old crappy live action one. So yes, of course they're going to use nostalgia. They're going to use stuff from the 80s and 90s games. Like I'm so sorry about that. And cheap filmmaking of soulless art. For starters, I am in no ways dehumanizing or mocking Nintendo fans, as the Mario franchise is very wide and for younger and adult audiences. I like Mario and really like the games. However, this new sequel to the previous Mario animated movie is both bloated, messy, and all over the place to the point it feels like a marketing or product placement ad. Again, Rob the Robot. Yeah, people are going to go out and buy Rob the Robot. There really wasn't anything new in there that would make me think that Nintendo's trying to sell a new toy or anything. and they're talking about how they might release a new Star Fox game this year. So yeah, okay, Star Fox is in the movie, but it wasn't an ad for the Star Fox game. And then this person just kind of goes on and on about that. Pretentious rambling, more pretentious rambling. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to express some opinions on it. I disagree with all these people. Like, I'm not saying that it's a 10 out of 10 movie, but definitely, and I'd say an 8 out of 10 as a lifelong Super Mario fan and just a fan of video games in general. I think it was great. I think you should go see it. Money well spent, in my opinion. And if those Super Mario Galaxy games ever do go on sale on the Switch, I'll buy that because I still never played the second one and I want to play that one. But yeah, please go see the movie, go enjoy. With all that negativity and me going off like that, I would like to say to anybody who's listening, thank you. I've gotten feedback from friends and I really appreciate that and appreciate them listening. And they're all really supportive. I'd like to thank everybody who's being supportive to me in this whole thing. So, well, that's it. Join us next week when I review the Human Centipede on the Nintendo Virtual Boy. Until then.